Greetings from Charles Schwab Field. MLB The Show brings you. And starting this one, number 10. What do we have on him?
Well, Boog, expect to see the ball in play with this guy on the mound. He's not exactly a big strikeout guy, so that means the defense will need to stay sharp. He's looking for soft contact, so communication is going to be key in this one.
Leading off this afternoon, the designated hitter, Shu Erdman.
Get this guy out of here.
There's a swing and a drive. Base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single. Digging in, Emmanuel Sinicor. Down the line, it's a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out. At the plate, Fernando Mullen.
Get him out of there.
And a count 1-2.
Really going after him here. All fastballs to get ahead in the count.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. And that is a big first out.
It's got to be pretty satisfying for a pitcher. Gets ahead in the count and then gets him to chase. If he takes that one, I don't think it's called a strike.
Now a pop-up on the infield.
You got room.
2 down. 2 aboard, 2 outs. Denny Resch getting ready to hit.
Great spot right there. It's tempting, but if he doesn't love it, he won't swing that early.
That's a strike, and he inches closer to getting out of the jam. Got him swinging. It's a strikeout. A couple of hits in the inning, but they can't get him home. On to the bottom of the first. No score. Welcome back to opening round action here at Charles Schwab Field. When you touch down in Omaha, it just feels different, doesn't it?
Totally, Boog. The atmosphere here is just unreal. You walk down Main Street, every restaurant has the game on. Fans are decked out in colors all over the place.
Yeah, and I love seeing all the families that have made this trip for generations. This entire city just breathes college baseball.
Line drive, base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
I'd say a mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone. Keep that leadoff man off first base.
Ash in the box here and fouls it off for strike 1. Second inning here, no score. And a big swing and a miss.
Throw the dark one. Throw that good stuff.
Got him swinging.
One of the tricks of the trade, when you're at the plate, seeing that red dot on the baseball as it's coming usually means it's a slider. But if the guy on the mound's got a high spin rate and the pitch is nice and tight, all bets are off. It's almost impossible to identify. And you get exactly what we just saw, a swing and miss.
2 down. And now it's going to be Brian Spindler.
That missed. That's a ball.
Quinones leads off first with 2 down to the inning.
Nope, ball.
Close, but called a ball. And that's ball 2. On a line out towards center. And that is that. First, next is the designated hitter.
Number 10.
Hey, keep it going. Need you right now.
Late swing fouled off. The 0-1.
That's in. Ball.
Man at first, one away. Runner on the go. The 1-1 is fouled off. One-two now.
Pitch one spot.
On the ground to the left.
That's a foul ball.
And foul ball. 1-2. Here's a swing and a line drive, and that's a base hit into right field. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with one gone.
Batting eighth, the catcher, Blaine.
And the batter now, Blaine O'Donnell.
Hey, right guy, right place.
The 0-2. He boots it. The flip, and they get him. The misplay made it a bit messy, but they cleaned things up for the out. So 2 down. Brody Mueller digs in now. In the air, right field. Cinecor settles under this one. And that is the third out of the inning. We'll move to the third with no score. Erdman steps in. North Carolina's had some great runs here. 12 CWS appearances, including back-to-back runners-up in 06 and 07.
Boog so close to winning it all over the years, but 2013 really jumps out to me. They were the #1 overall seed. They won 59 games. That team was absolutely stacked.
Come on, make him
Yeah,
chase
guys,
something
and with
right
those
here.
59 wins, I would argue was the best team in school history.
Hit in the air, center field. Paulo under it. And a quick out, number 1. So up next, Emmanuel Cinecor.
I love about just in and around the stadium. Yes, you've got the action, the baseball happening within the stadium, but outside of it, you guys, you have all 8 teams and their fan bases tailgating, partying, coming from all ends of the country, and you can just feel the vibes and energy of college baseball.
Top of the third, no score. Flying drive, and that's a base hit out into center field. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
He made that look easy, keeping his bat in the zone on plane for a long time. That leads to a high contact rate and more barrels, Boog. Even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
Next to hit, Fernando Mullen. That one lifted to left. Vernon should have this one. And he makes the catch.
Up next for the Tar
Here's the left fielder, Dana Kaminsky.
Dana
Ball.
Kaminsky.
He's
Ball.
just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike. But so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone. And the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
High fly ball lifted in the air, right field. He's got it. And that is that. Home half of the third coming up. No score. Runner at second, 2
Now
down.
batting,
Now
the
it's the
designated hitter,
DH.
number 10.
Single to right in his first trip.
Drop him in right here. Here you go.
This one in the air, center field. And that is that. 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left. On to inning number 4. The Tigers have the advantage, 3-0. Resch
Leading
up
off
next.
for the
Just
Tigers,
those 2006 and 2007 UNC teams that went to the finals featured several guys who went on to be household names.
Well, there's Kyle Seager for one. And my favorite bit of trivia, at the 06 College World Series, Daniel Bard was relieved by his future Red Sox teammate, Andrew Miller.
Foul ball.
Hey, no one down here.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. And that's 4 strikeouts.
Well, that right there is just a pitcher's pitch, tailing away from the hitter, lowing away with some good action at the end. You know, even if he gets the bat to that ball, it's probably just a weak ground ball to the opposite side. Tell you what, that's a tremendous 2-strike pitch.
Nice grab on the run. 2 away.
Up next for the Tar Heels.
So digging in,
first baseman,
Deacon Ash. He's 0 for 1.
Stay aggressive up there.
On the ground to third. Tosses to first, and he has thrown 4 shutout innings. Clemson out front here, 3-0. Top of the 5th, leading off, Robbie Thacker.
The second baseman, Robbie Thacker.
You know, this group of hitters, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group. And on the mound, you know confidence has to be pretty high with all of the swings and misses. He's had them eaten out of the palm of his hand pretty much all game.
Throw him the dark one.
Ahead
That's a ball.
1-2. His best bet is to go up the ladder here. Just be sure to miss up and out of the zone.
Here's a high
Foul
chopper,
ball.
and it goes just foul. Battling here as he fouls it away. On the inside corner for called strike 3.
Now, a little bit of a questionable call on that fastball right there. It appeared to miss off the outside just a little bit, according to the electronic strike zone. But that's the type of location where you kind of have to understand that it's close enough to where you don't want to put the fate of your at bat in the hands of the umpire. He did, and he got burned.
Now the 0-1. Top of the zone, and it's called a strike. The Tigers leading by 3, and we're at the top of the 5th. Right back to him on the mound. They get the tag on him, and that's the second out.
Up next for the Tar Heels, the designated hitter, Shu Erdman.
So back to the top of the order.
Hey, 2
Shu
outs, place of
Erdman
one.
will hit next. Swing and a ball lifted left field. Vernon gets under it, and that is that. Clemson on top, 3-0. First and second, 1 out, and now the DH, 1 for 2. Swing, and he popped it up. 2 away now. We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, Chip Caraballo.
Still a lot of game left, and this game could go either way. So this is a big opportunity for him to get some important outs and try to help carry this lead into the later innings.
Line shot into the gap, should score at least 1. Headed for the plate. 1 run is in. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score. 2 runs are in, and they take a 3-run lead.
Big at bat to pad their lead up to 3. So much of good hitting is finding holes in the defense. That's why you're always thinking line drive into the gap. Those kinds of swings really boost your confidence.
So runner at second, 2 down. Lane O'Donnell the next to hit. Runner at second, 2 down. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Ground ball up the middle,
All right, hold
and
on,
that
right
one
here,
handled.
right here.
And he's safe at
Hey,
first.
beat the throw.
Plays the plate, and they cut him down. And that'll keep more runs from coming in, inning over. They get 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. Now it's the right fielder, Emmanuel Sinecor.
Plays that first here.
Mays is just 1 strike away. Hauls it in, and that's the ball game. Number 10 with a solid 2-way performance in this ball game.
He took care of business out there on both sides of the ball, Boog. Not a bad effort at all.
Live from Charles Schwab Field, we're ready for Game 2 of the College World Series. It's the South Carolina game. One down. Now the number 2 hitter, Bretland Risser.
Make your adjustment
And a
right here,
payoff
right now.
pitch. Out towards right center field. This looks like extra bases. Now around second, going for third. The relay pulls into third safely with a triple.
Put a pretty good jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer, and he got it to drop in out there in the deep part of the field.
Grounder might be 2. Goes to second for 1. Got him. The double play cuts down the potential tying run. 1 hit, 1 left. 1 inning in the books here. The Gamecocks on top here, 1-0. So 2 down, and now the catcher comes up to hit. Ryan Zibizinski.
Mow him down.
On the ground. Fair ball.
2-2.
Now he turns and heads for second. The throw in. There's the tag. They get him, and that's the inning.
Batter tried to stretch that one into a double, but he wasn't about to let that happen. Nice job to get to the ball and fire that one into second just in time to get the out and end the inning.
2 outs, runner at first. Now it's the right fielder. He's 0 for 1. Fastball for a strike. Here comes the pitch. Runner breaks for second. And a foul ball.
Here we go now. Come on now. What time?
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Ahead 1-2. His best bet is to go up the ladder here. Just be sure to miss up and out of the zone.
Ball.
On the ground to third. Inning over. But 2 runner in scoring position. No outs. Bryant Luis will hit next.
Get him with your best pitch right here. Got no one out now.
Hammered on the line. Base hit. Runner around third. Tag, and he's out at the plate.
That's an excellent job. That's the way to come up firing right there. Very aggressive and ready to show off the arm. Keeps the run from scoring.
No outs. Runner at first. And now the right fielder. Popped up. And there's 1 down.
Oh, that's a frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter right there. I mean, that pitch was right down the middle. I think he got a little too excited, came out of his mechanics, and is driving that ball somewhere. He popped it up. Unfortunate for him.
The 1-2. Line drive, base hit right field. Lead runner touches second, headed for third. Now the tag at third, and they got him. Third out. The Tigers on top 4-1. Runner in scoring position, no outs. And next will be the cleanup hitter. 0 for 3 in this one. And first offering is fouled off.
Well, these guys doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. The numbers tell us they're averaging more than a hit every inning, and they've only struck out 5.
That's a base hit. So runners at the corners, nobody out. Spencer Queen getting ready to hit. In the dirt. Hung up in a rundown now. And they tag him out.
You know, Boog, this is the part of the game that oftentimes is overlooked.
One gone runner at first. Now the left fielder, Mohamed Galindo. The 0-1. Hit on the ground might be 2. 1 at second. And that'll do it. They get the victory, and they're headed straight to the semifinals. Number 10 could have done more in this game despite the win.
I'm sure they're glad they got the win, but if he's going to be a driver for their offense, he needs better days than this. Some good signs in this one, though.